Welcome back to Over the Hill Acres. This is part 2 of our snowplow build. I'm down here at the shop where I work. I've got to cut a few pieces of metal on the chop saw. And that's one tool I don't own, but since I work here, I have the ability to use some of the tools. So we're going to cut a few braces that I'm going to need. Come on along. So we're going to take this 2-inch square tubing and we're going to cut them into 6.5-inch pieces. These are going to be the brackets that weld onto the plow and weld onto the plate, and then we'll make gussets to stiffen them up. That'll be how I secure it to the tractor. We're going to use a chop saw, and this is going to be loud, so you might want to plug your ears. And yes, that's a brand new 2024 Mack dump truck sitting there without a box on it. It's the next replacement to one of our trucks. It'll be 6 months out yet though before we can get a box for it. So it just gets to sit in the shop and look pretty till then. Okay, let's get going on this cutting. Okay, let's get this first piece marked. Six and a half. This job definitely requires hearing protection and eye protection. All right, don't know if these earmuffs are going to work right or not. I'll find the other ones. Couldn't find my other ear protection, so I'll use these. But we'll wear safety glasses instead of a face shield. And gloves are another big plus, working with this metal. Okay, one down. Let's check our measurements. Six and a half, right on the money. That'll work. Now I'll just do this as many times as I can with what material I have. I need 5, but if I got a few more, it may come in handy. Get one more out of here. Okay, I got 6 of these. We'll take them over to the grinder quick, clean up the edges because they have sharp. Only drawback about this chop saw is it leaves the edges really sharp, so you got to grind them off. You definitely don't want to run your fingers across them. So let's run over to the grinder and clean these up quick. Okay, there, I took off all those burrs on the edges. A lot safer to handle now. Alrighty, that step's done. Oh, and for all your safety Sallies out there, yes, these aren't the safety glasses I started with. They're my regular glasses, but they do have safety lenses in them. So just I prefer to have regular safety glasses on because they have the side shields and these don't. But the reason I usually switch them out is because these are brand new. But sometimes it just gets to be a pain in the butt having to switch glasses all the time. So I went with what I had. So let's take these and head back to the house. And then that'll probably be it for tonight, and we'll do a little more on this tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, it's the next day. I'm back up at the house now. We're gonna start trying to figure out where these pieces need to go on the plow and grind this up and get it cleaned up and possibly tack weld them in place. So this is where they're gonna go, just like this. I've got a weld in a corner right there. I got to grind the weld down or grind the corner of the piece down a little bit so these can sit flush in that corner there. So I can, it'll sit flush up against the back side and flush up there so that gap's not there. Got to do that on 4 sections right like that and get those all cleaned up and get those pieces to fit in there right. Okay, let's go get a grinder. Okay, should be able to grind this. I can fit in the corner of this thing pretty good. The one direction. Let's start cleaning up one of these and get it to fit. Almost, almost, a little more. Perfect. It fits right in there. Nice and tight. Okay, get the paint ground off a little more. Beautiful. Fits right in there the way I wanted it. Alright. Gonna bring the welder out and just tack these in place. My welder is just gonna do the tacking of these things, and then when my son gets here, when he has a chance, he'll weld them in solid. Alright, let me go grab some stuff. Okay, let's tack this in place. See how this goes. Okay, not bad. Now, one thing I'm missing is a wire brush. Okay, that'll work for tacking them in place, but I still want my son to come over and use his welder to finish them off, because I don't think these penetrate deep enough. It's only a 110 welder. I'll show you that when I get done tacking all these things in place. Alright, one down. Ready to go. One other thing, ear protection. This grinding gets loud. There, not really a welding clamp, but it'll work for what I need. go the trigger. Can't afford to waste this stuff. Okay. Two down, two to go. But I'm going to have to set this down and pick it up the other direction. Be a lot easier. I could have picked that up, I believe, but I didn't want to gouge up the yard. The wife wouldn't like that. Okay, let's do these other two, this one and this one. Hey, what do I need? Where did I put my gloves? Anybody see where I stuck my gloves? On the tractor. Gotcha. Thank you. What would I do without you guys? Ear protection. Come on, get with the program. All right, let's tack them into place. Okay, got them all tacked into place. Now, if my son gets over here, we'll get these welded in and get the plate on the back side and get that welded on. I just don't feel my little welder has enough oomph to penetrate deep enough to make sure this stays. Okay, yeah, I just tacked them in place in a couple spots. Nothing major. With the better welder, we'll get it all put in better. This is the welder I have right here, and it works actually really nice. It's a clutch. It's a McCormick X1.45 SI. That was another auction find. It was brand new, still in a box, never been taken out or used. I got it for 200 bucks. Now, I looked them up online, and I believe they're around 5 something at the time. So I got it for a really decent price. That works perfect around here, fixing some farm equipment and stuff. And if this was broke, I would probably use it to fix it. But since I'm building it and I don't want it to break, I'd rather have a little higher power welder. This one's only 110 outlet. My son's, his runs off a 240 on the back of his truck, so he'll bring that over and we'll get this thing whipped into shape. So I was going to do this video in 2 parts, but it definitely looks like it's going to be 3 now, or maybe even 4, depending on how things go. So I just wanted to give you a heads up. This will be the end of this video. And we'll pick up where I left off on the next one and see how far we get then. So thank you for coming along with us build and seeing how things go. Hope you have a good night. We'll talk to you later. God bless.